Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Happy Sunday, Sean.
Happy Sunday. We got real American USA football, 8 screens, talking about the National Football League. Shout out to Making Bacon, wishing us good luck all the way down from New Zealand.
Oh, shout out
Hoping Njoku gets his today. And he also bet your what was that? Walk people through your other crazy 2 touchdown bet, Ryan, because that one's pretty fun too.
Well, it spoke to us because you just hit an 80-1 gimmick. So we looked at the inverted correlation, and yet Njoku. Let me pull this up so I'm not exactly Njoku to get 2 touchdowns, Sean.
Okay.
And the Bills minus 9.5 is 80-1. So shout out to anyone. I just looked at my DFS, my GPP lineups for this week. Njoku is in all but one of them.
He is a fun DFS play, especially with like an interesting tight end slate. No Goddard. Yeah.
I've watched him practice. He looks healthy. I've watched him practice outside and inside. Looks healthy in both locations. Kind of excited. I think he could have a huge game. I mean, I obviously I gave out a 2 touchdown prop for a reason, but he was a big part of that offense before he got hurt. So, I mean, arguably could be a reason why the offense has been struggling. All right, Sean.
Yes.
What do we want to get to first?
Oh man.
So much to get to. You have to do the pregame show thing. So much to get to. Loaded show on deck.
Well, and of course your calls, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/discord. Raise your hand. Happy to answer any last second fantasy.
Would prefer to answer questions, actually.
Yeah, because it's your time. The time is yours. Yeah. So, well, here we go. Research Spherical Earth, Cole Kmet or David Njoku. That's a pretty.
No, come on.
What?
Njoku, if Njoku's healthy, which I believe he is based on my eyes and my limited Twitter and Instagram practice film watching. Come on. Njoku's floor is Kmet's ceiling from a yardage perspective. So if you think Kmet's going to continue to find the end zone, sure. I guess that's. I think if you remove touchdowns from a situation like this, is a no-brainer. I would expect Njoku more targets, more yards. Come on, don't embarrass yourself.
Breaking news, Ryan. A lot of people are asking about the Eagles tight end situation. It's going to be a crapshoot. I've said that from the beginning, but Tyree Jackson has been activated. He is that pass catching guy coming off the pup. If you want any sort of long shot, if you can find even Tyree Jackson to score a touchdown anytime, that's fun. I don't even know if he's worth playing in DFS because his price is even at 2,500. It's kind of.
Well, because you have your choice of cheap Eagles tight ends.
Yeah.
It seems my handicap of the situation seems as though I've heard Sean talk about Tyree Jackson for what seems like years. So he would be the fun GPP play. Jack Stoll's going to get the snaps, but it sounds a lot like, much like my Giants, it's not a fit-in replacement because he's probably getting the snaps because he's the blocker. And so that's always a trouble, right? Like when your best replacement tight end is not a route runner, the snap shares are going to trick people into thinking he might be the guy. Jack Stoll has to score a touchdown to be useful. All of these guys have to score. None of these guys are going to be featured in the game plan, you know?
Yes.
Confirm.
Yeah, I mean, I think of guys most likely to score a touchdown for the Philadelphia Eagles at the tight end position, Tyree Jackson is my play.
Do any of those guys receive more than 3 targets?
Man, probably not. Calcaterra is right up there, so it's going to be a bit of a punt. If
Calcutta,
if Tyree Jackson wasn't active, I think I would have been like pretty high on Calcaterra.
All right. That concludes the Eagles tight end handicap section of the show.
Well, I know you think I was joking, Ryan, but
are you playing Tyree Jackson anywhere? We discussed this because I have Quez Watkins in the lineup I gave out on the show.
Yes.
We discussed Zach Pascal. I think you absolutely, with the revenge spot against the Indianapolis Colts, you absolutely can draw. You can bring yourself to a narrative where the Eagles get a bounce back spot here against a relatively soft team in a dome. So I think not having any exposure this in DFS might be a reckless play on your. I mean, it's in a dome. It's one of the few. It's one of the games in a dome, and this Eagles team has been fantasy darlings. I mean, how many targets did AJ Brown have last week? 4 or 5.
Yeah, and he has like 1 catch. I mean, it's crazy.
I'm just saying, it seems like there's a number of relative bounce back spots. You gave out Hurts as your DFS quarterback for your GPP lineup, and
yep.
you know, honestly, the more thought I put into it, especially this morning, I do think he might be the least popular of the running quarterbacks this week. So kudos to you, Sean. Well played.
Thank you.
You want to build the lineup?
Yeah, sure. Let's toss the lineup in.
Okay, let's do that first.
Nick Green in the YouTube chat. AJ Brown over under 70.5 receiving yards. Again, I'm all in on the over for AJ Brown in this game. I mean, I think it's just an amazing spot.
All right. So 4 quarterbacks.
Yes.
What are we doing this week? Because I like I was telling you pre-show, I built a Allen, I've built a Hurts, I've built a Fields, I've built a Burrow, and I've built a Mariota already this week. I'm not going to just, obviously I built a Dan Jones lineup too, but that's not worth noting. But is there any quarterbacks not on that list you're interested in maybe building something around? A little bit more contrarian.
Is Lamar contrarian because of how expensive he is? That's kind of interesting.
I do think Drake's going to catch a lot of ownership now that we're here, now that Gus Edwards is out. Drake against the Panthers, seems like a chalky spot. So playing a Lamar skinny maybe with a DJ Moore bring back.
I mean, Justin Fields to me obviously super interesting.
He'll be chalky.
You think so? Even though he's gone up so much in price.
He's you know, people are three games in a row. Could be the first quarterback ever 3 games in a row with 100 yards. Real quick before we start building, AJ Brown over under 70.5 yards.
Yeah, we just did that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said over, obviously.
Yes. Can you make a case for the under? Right?
No. I just what I said earlier in the show is that 100%. I'm in. Like I said, I build a Hurts, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and a Hurts, AJ Brown, Quez Watkins. Those are the 2 Hurts builds. I don't know. You want to do something weird, or you want to just build from the top with Lamar?
Lamar was just interesting because they don't have.
Is there any cheap options that are interesting to you?
Not really. Lamar's projected all the way down at like 6% ownership. So
Brissett?
No,
absolutely not.
No, I mean I like Njoku, but I'm trying to think who else you would like there. Amari Cooper sucks on the road.
Dan Jones, Russ Wilson, Kirk Cousins. I could do a Kirk Cousins double.
Yeah, but I don't know. You have to pay so much for Hawkinson. I don't know. Is that really worth it?
I think we leave Justin Jefferson off. Turf battling some turf toe.
All right, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna blow my nose.
All right. Well, Sean does that. All right. So Kirk Cousins, I think the ownership will be decent on him. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. You're seeing some weird stuff now because I'm clicking around. Hold on, let me fix this. All right. So ownership on Kirk Cousins expect to be sub 10%. Solid. So Sean's not in here, but I'm gonna just speak for us, and I think we're gonna definitely pencil in Hawkinson because I do think his price makes him a little bit less attractive. Again, just looking at some ownership stuff, Hawkinson projects also sub 10% with Cousins, so that's a good start to me. Kirk Cousins, TJ Hawkinson. Do we also discussed this on our show, but Dalvin Cook feels like he could be a little bit of a contrarian play. Do we work out a Cousins, Cook, Hawkinson stack?
Ooh, well, what do we do? I don't know. Cousins, Cook, and Hawkinson.
Yeah, against our Cowboys. Yeah,
I like Dalvin Cook. What if we go back to Lamar skinny? I feel like
you don't want to do Cousins.
No, I'm out on Cousins. Let's reboot. Start.
You know the Millie Maker winner is going to have that now. All right, so Lamar, we're avoiding a dome game here too. So Lamar, another reason he'll be unpopular. So obviously we go right to the top with Lamar Andrews. Do we bring it back with DJ Moore? Does that feel necessary with Baker?
No.
We don't, right?
No.
Okay.
And we think Andrews, we like him. You think he's healthy?
Yes. Off the injury report.
All right. So Lamar Andrews, that's all we need from that game.
Okay. So then, do we want to work backwards? And like, so what's next? Do we want to slot in a cheap receiver? Running back wise, I mean, I guess we could also play. We could play Drake as well as for the double. It's a cheap running back option. It guarantees us all the Ravens touchdowns, and that's I think what we're playing for here.
Yeah, let's actually do that. Yeah, I like that.
Still no bring back?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. DJ Moore sucks with Baker. I don't see how they're putting up a ton of points.
All right. Next up, running back wise.
What's Dalvin Cook's price?
8,000. Still like it.
Miles Sanders is interesting in a dome.
So Dalvin Cook would force us to have to start doing some cheaper receiver stuff for sure, which might be okay. Cause if we slot in a Vikings defense, Dalvin Cook stack, it gives us 4,600 for each player from here on out, which I think this works. All right. Who are we looking at wide receiver wise?
How cheap do we have to go? I mean,
we're at 4,600 average. So if we can slot in some cheaper guys. Like I really like McLaurin, for example. We could do a McLaurin Nico Collins game stack. Any interest?
Yeah, I like that. I guess I'm slightly worried. It just feels like such a letdown spot for this Commanders team. But maybe that
doesn't affect fantasy. I mean, I totally agree. I mean, Stingley is out. That obviously
some guys that All right, we can put McLaurin in.
I mean, give me some other thoughts. What else do you like?
I do like Pickens. The more I think about it, because of how banged up that Bengals secondary is.
All right, then I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna find a way to put T Higgins and Pickens in this lineup.
Really?
Yeah, and it means we're gonna play a cheap.
Or do we go Tyler Boyd? Or are they essentially the same price?
Boyd is 60. You're only saving 600. And to me, we haven't had that Higgins blow up game. So now we have 6,200 for a wide receiver and a flex. Which means we got to play. We have to play some sort of punt tight end, right?
Is this where we put the Tyree Jackson in?
See, now we're talking. We go Tyree Jackson, and let's see if we have enough to. We might have to uncorrelate our defense, or do we think about getting off of Cook to save money? We have 3,700 left for a wide receiver.
What's our defense?
Vikings.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I still think
Steelers is going to be the chalky, like the 20% defense. Not that it matters, but it kind of matters. Let's see here. We have 3,700, which we could perfect. Well, we have Shenault, Quez walk. I mean, then you're playing two weirdos on the Eagles to score a touchdown.
Well, what if we knock it down from Dalvin Cook? I mean, I like David Montgomery a lot.
He'll be very chalky, very, very chalky.
Okay.
No, I mean, I'm just saying he's projected for like 35% ownership this week.
Yeah, I guess I don't mind having some guys that are chalky if you also have guys like that are very low owned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think our stack is fine. I mean, if our ownership's probably on the low. I mean, obviously Tyree Jackson squeezes it out. All right, so if we go, even if we were to go, if we put Montgomery in there,
Cordero Patterson's interesting too. I know you like your boy the Hammer on.
That's more interesting to me.
And I feel like everyone's
that's
probably
more
off
contrarian
of him because he kind of laid an egg last week.
Yep. And then, all right. So do we play the Atlanta defense? That's the question. Do we correlate our defense or do we just slot to the bottom?
Nah, let's just figure out who we want as receiver. And then obviously we have to save some.
I'll slide in the Steelers, your favorite defense. 5,600.
For the receiver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, now and then we don't.
Nope. I solved the problem.
What's that?
We stack Mooney and Patterson.
Okay. I like it.
I actually liked it. All right. Look. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is happening right now? Something was alerting me. I'm sorry. I don't. How does this even?
Was someone trying to call you on Discord? If you want to be on the chat, just raise your hand in Discord. We are taking your live audio calls. I see Boston Capper. I guess he doesn't want to talk. Normally he's not that shy.
All right. So just final answer: Lamar Jackson, Kenyon Drake, Cordell Patterson.
That's the fun one that we found. I think
George Pickens, T Higgins game stack. Patterson with Mooney. The Lamar Drake Andrews double, no bring back, and we have Tyree Jackson on an island in the flex.
Do we have
double tight end?
How much do we have any salary left?
We have 200. We could We could save a couple bucks if we wanted to go down to the Panthers or Colts defense. But we have 27 if we took out Tyree Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to think. I do like the Tyree thing because he's at least a guy who can catch a touchdown for 2,500.
Well, or we could
2,700. We're still taking a roll in the dice on a.
But you know what fits perfectly? Tommy Tremble, which would turn into a bring back for the Panthers.
All right.
I mean,
he sucks. I mean, I don't want to rely on Baker throwing the ball. Put Tyree Jackson in there.
James Mitchell, tight end for the Lions.
No, Tyree. I saw him warming up. Dude's ready to go.
Is he going to score?
Let's go, Tyree Jackson.
All right, locking it in. Let's get off of this.
All right, fun million maker build, Ryan.
We're doing all right.
What are you gonna do with your half of $1 million, Ryan?
I'll get a couple lucky listeners a couple of these jackets.
Oh wow!
How about that?
And I hit them up.
Did we? Oh, nice.
I hit them up. We'll see. It's super early, but I do want to try and get them going.
Quality, small business, made in America. Shout out Ohio. All right, what do you want to do next, Sean? Are you feeling like I should probably have it pulled up before I bring it up? A first half parlay.
Yeah, fire when ready, Ryan. I'm all ears.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Make sure I'm not.
Just getting in a Tyree Jackson first touchdown bet, 47-1.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say
also Quez Watkins 2 touchdowns. I'm throwing in just like $10.
While I'm pulling it up, first half unders in the World Cup first game go to 0-1. Shout out Qatar, aka Qatar, for you can't even bribe correctly. Getting your ass beat 2-0 at half. All right, first half parlay. Sean, we're sticking to home teams this week.
Okay,
let's just do what works. We got Lamar first half as per usual. Baltimore -7. It is a big number, but I'm not scared. Houston +2.5. Saints minus, which by the way, have you heard the rumbling? Saints -1.5. They've gone out of their way to there's a couple beat reporters that think the Saints are going to be playing a hell of a lot of Taysom Hill this week. Enough to where I've seen a couple people suggest like he's an interesting, like really deep DFS play.
See, that's so annoying. I want to be able to play him, but they price him at a point that makes no sense.
As someone who's back in the Saints this week, I hopefully we see Taysom Hill. All right, Baltimore -7, Houston +2.5, New Orleans -1.5, Buffalo -4.5, New England -2.5. I understand Buffalo is not the home team, but they're the team on the bottom and they're favorites. So that's why I said that. This one's going to pay out, Sean. Oh man, why are you not showing me the amount? Almost 24-1, 23.50. All right. What do you like today? Prop wise, Sean?
Prop wise.
I mean, I certainly, we discussed this on the prop show, but I think there's opportunities with Dalvin Cook today. We discussed Kadarius Toney. We'll see how many snaps he gets later tonight. Loser. I mean, overs for Giants. Obviously, there's some very interesting angles. I think I saw Hayden Hurst's number went up. The yardage prop. I still like the under. I do think the Steelers are randomly very good against the tight end, and this could be a big time Higgins and Boyd game if they go off. Anything you like, Sean?
Yeah, money line round robin. Let's go Vikings, Steelers, and the Chicago Bears. Ryan, toss that in the kitty. Props wise, I'm trying to think of anything else that I gave out that I was super high on. Tyree Jackson first touchdown, like I just mentioned, 47-1. That's insane for the Eagles tight end.
Are you going 2 touchdowns on him just in case?
They didn't. The site I was using wasn't available, but yeah, sure. I mean, if you like him first touchdown, why would you not like him for 2 touchdowns?
All right.
And Njoku props. I think we were all on the over on him. Expecting a big game.
So honestly,
and I am still on the Browns money line.
These cowards at all these shops, it took a lot of places I've still yet to see Njoku props. So if you're one of these cowardly shops, put them up. Don't be scared. I love all overs, catches, yards, touchdowns. He's going off.
Ryan, you know what a pregame show needs, and that is a sweet anytime touchdown parlay, and we got one thanks to Terrell Furman. Terrell, you're on the line. What's happening, man?
Hey, fellas, look, Ryan. I know you can quote some random Twitter sharps about Taysom Hill when I came on the podcast and said 2 touchdowns before anybody else.
That's true. I'm sorry, Terrell.
Oh, forgotten. I felt forgotten. I forgive you, though. It's okay.
Wow.
Touchdown parlay for this week, 48-1. Taysom Hill kicks us off. Dan Jones, because why the hell not? Darnell Mooney in a high-scoring Bears game, 48-1 touchdown parlay this week.
Mooney's one of the guys who, the more that I look at that game, the more that he popped out as a guy. Like props wise, I might be interesting, and DFS wise, just from the contrarian take on everyone's going to attack the running game and Justin Fields. Yeah, nice work, Terrell.
Lucky Nugget pointing out David Njoku 2 touchdowns, 47-1. So
all right, I might be a little distracted.
Let's go.
I might be distracted for a second. Hold
on. Yeah. Any other? Thanks for calling in, Terrell.
For sure.
Go Giants, bro.
Go Giants.
Worst of luck.
Oh, here we go.
Ryan,
I found it. Hold on.
You found it? The Njoku?
Getting down on Njoku 2 touchdowns.
All right.
Although they've ruined these prices for us, Sean.
Have they?
You know how it goes. Can't give us those sweet 100-to-1s anymore.
All right.
Do we have all right? Naheem Hines 2 touchdowns. Stop it.
No thanks.
That's a bad bet.
Someone threw in Justin Fields 100 rushing yards and anytime touchdown Fields plus 425. Listen, I like Justin Fields. I like his ability to run, but even the fact that he's had these back-to-back 100-yard rushing games as a quarterback, he's entering historic stuff right now. I think the zag where you could find some value is him on some of these passing props, like Justin Fields 300 yards passing. I would almost rather go that route because I think the value is just drained from him rushing. I mean, you have to go back to like the 60s as far as a quarterback having back-to-back, like to have 3+ 100-yard rushing games in a row has never happened in the NFL,
which is kind of crazy.
And it could happen for sure because he is Justin Fields. It's in a dome, but I just think plus 425 for something that's never happened in the NFL. I think you get. I mean, really, like
in fairness, the other 2 things have already happened. So
yeah, so you're already there, but still, like I don't know it. It feels like playing his passing props is a more fun zag.
From a pure narrative standpoint, it does seem like the Bears offensively could shit the bed today very easily.
Yeah, either go
because we're talking about it. I mean, he's been great, but they have been also losing games, and it's been a lot about the big play, the big run, the explosive play, something that is fair to say a little bit of an outlier with this team. So, I'll be curious to see if they can keep it up.
I mean, Justin Fields to get more than 256 passing yards is plus 350. That to me is, I think that's comically low. I'm getting in on that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm drunk with power, Ryan. Winning that winning that 90-1. I'm like, whatever.
This is how you lose a 5-figure payout in a matter of weeks.
Pray and spray. Let's go.
All right, what else we got? Higgins, Kelsey, and Gabe Davis, 100 yards each, 66-1. That's interesting. I mean, Gabe Davis. That's from Jake. Gabe Davis is also always fun to throw in these types of things because he is an all or nothing guy. But I mean, 66-1.
Gabe Davis.
That could be a life changing event right there. Shout out to the with the college basketball show getting some love.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good.
Not sure if they're referring to us or Colby and McIntyre. Look, we did do fire college I haven't been fire with all the picks, but been pretty dialed in on some of the locks. Fucking Xavier. I will say I have really enjoyed getting into the buzzer beater aspect of early college basketball.
My LMU money line was pretty funny.
Patrick Ewing needs to be fired immediately. All right, what else we got?
And I hit my round robin in college basketball. Temple, UVA, FSU. That won you some money, Ryan.
Sean, it looks like we got someone raising their hand. Maybe.
Oh yes, we do. Looks like he's a possible Raiders fan.
Oh,
I feel like we haven't talked a lot about that game.
I mean,
you talk to Raiders fans and Broncos fans. It's honestly tough to tell who's sadder right now. Joining us on the line, the JDK. What's happening, man?
How's it going, gentlemen?
Doing great.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you as well. Just wanted to say, if you do parlay the Taysom Hill 2-time touchdown with the David Njoku 2-time touchdown, it pays 441 to 1.
Wow.
You know what? This is why
now
we love our listeners, Sean, because we were discussing something on air. And now we have actionable betting information, as they say. I wouldn't have gone now. See, now I got to take another break from the show.
We throw out some seeds. The listeners water them, and then they grow into these massive 440 to 1 bets.
DIY weed shop,
I love it. Anything else you want to toss out there? Or any questions?
Raiders suck. That is on Bet365, so it might be a little different for you boys. But, yeah, that's it. I love hitting 80 to 1s and let it ride.
Let it ride. No, how do we not play this, Ryan?
All right. What else we got?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Gave out my.
Man. See, we're it's like a virus now. Everyone's 2 touchdown. Terrell's 1 touchdown parlay is becoming very lame. 2 touchdown parlay. Taysom Hill and Njoku and Pettis. Oh, now we're getting silly, right?
So yeah, and if you missed the prop show, Dante Pettis is my 50 to 1 long shot.
Of course it is.
So best of luck with that. And I did just get down on the Justin Fields over 256 passing yards, right?
Good luck. I mean, I hope all of us win. I'm a team guy.
All of us win.
I'm a team guy,
except Ecuador. I need Cutter to come back.
Yeah, real cold take. I tried to explain to you, Cutter, all time heel nation.
Yeah, they still might pull it out. All right, hey guys, stay tuned. We got you on the flip side for the post game show. Again, still time to get in on the merch store. Awesome stuff in the merch store. Use that promo code Dallas Sucks, 10% off between now and Thanksgiving. For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
And he is Ryan.
I was having a hard time finding Taysom Hill's 2 touchdown because the place I was looking listed as Nas.
Kramer, let it ride.